Hello, fellow bibliophiles, and welcome back to Blatantly Bookish. I'm Marissa, and today I have the honor of announcing the second annual Jane Austen July. So Katie from Books and Things and I had so much fun last year hosting Jane Austen July. We loved getting to share our passion for Jane Austen's writing with you, and so this year we are hosting a second month-long celebration of Jane Austen's writing and time period and her legacy. We are so excited for you to partake in Jane Austen July, and we can't wait to hear all of your thoughts about Jane Austen and her wonderful, wonderful novels. We have some really exciting challenges and read-alongs and things planned, so I will get into all of that and show you guys what I personally plan on reading for Jane Austen July this year. The first and only challenge that you must partake in order to participate in Jane Austen July is to, of course, read one of Jane Austen's works, specifically one of her main 6 novels. And those in no particular order are Pride and Prejudice, Northanger Abbey, Sense and Sensibility, Mansfield Park, Persuasion, and Emma. All of these books are fantastic in their own right, and if you haven't read them, I highly recommend that you read all of them, if not this month, in your lifetime. We are hosting read-alongs of 2 of her main 6 novels this month, and we are reading Sense and Sensibility for the first 2 weeks of July, and we are going to be reading Northanger Abbey for the second 2 weeks. I have not read both of these books in a really long time, and they are both excellent, excellent books. Like I said, all of Jane Austen's books are excellent, so I don't know why I keep saying that. Sense and Sensibility is about the Dashwood family. When Mr. Dashwood dies, he leaves his estate to his son by his first marriage, leaving his second wife and their 3 daughters, Eleanor, Marianne, and the often forgotten Margaret, in precarious financial circumstances. The book follows Eleanor and Marianne as they come of age and seek to find marriages despite their altered circumstances. Marianne is a desperate, impulsive romantic, and Eleanor is much more reserved and practical when it comes to love, and she's just much more attuned to social conventions. But the 2 sisters have experiences in love and relationships that really play off each other in fascinating ways, and they just are seeking to find success in a society that really prizes money and social status, of which they have neither, above all else. Northanger Abbey is a Gothic parody, and it follows the main protagonist of Catherine Morland, who is a sweet, innocent, and slightly self-delusional heroine. And did I mention she is also a book lover? She is thrust from her country home into Bath society, where she meets both the Thorpe family and the Tilney family, and she just struggles to come into her own within Georgian society. This is a book that is so dear to my heart. I absolutely love the Gothic genre, and I find it hysterical how Jane Austen pokes fun of its conventions, and I greatly identify with Catherine Morland, and also Henry Tilney might be my favorite Jane Austen hero of all time. More on that at some other point, I am sure. But I really hope that you join us in reading either or both Northanger Abbey and Sense and Sensibility. We're going to have a lot of fun. We already have a Goodreads page made for this, and I will post that down below so you can take a look at it and join us. The second challenge for Jane Austen July is to read something by Jane Austen that is not one of her main 6 novels. And I am choosing to read The Watsons and Sanditon, which are her unfinished novels. This copy of this book also has Lady Susan in it, which I would like to mention is absolutely amazing, and you should definitely read it. If you have not, I will link my video on Lady Susan down below because it is amazing. But I hope I find The Watsons and Sanditon just as amazing, despite being unfinished. The third challenge for Jane Austen July is to read a nonfiction work about Jane Austen or her time period, the Georgian or Regency era. And I will be reading Jane Austen's England, Daily Life in the Georgian and Regency Periods by Roy and Leslie Adkins. And I will be buddy reading this with Katie from Books and Things. I believe her edition is the British version, which has a different title, but we checked, it's the same book. So we'll be buddy reading this together. The fourth challenge for Jane Austen July is to read a modern retelling of a Jane Austen book. And I would love to read Longbourn so badly. I do not have it out from the library yet, but come July I will be taking it out and reading it. It is a retelling of Pride and Prejudice, which includes a lot more of the servants' involvement, from what I understand, so I'm really excited for that one. The fifth challenge is to read a book by a contemporary of Jane Austen, someone who either published in her lifetime or was publishing around her lifetime, give or take a few years. And this year, I think I'd like to get to Ivanhoe by Sir Walter Scott. I have this little copy of Ivanhoe, but I think I'm probably going to listen to it on audiobook. But it's just a book that I've heard a lot about but never have read, and thought this would be a great opportunity to do so. And the last two challenges are watching TV adaptations and movies. The sixth one is to watch a direct screen adaptation of a Jane Austen book, so something along the lines of BBC's Pride and Prejudice with Colin Firth. I will probably watch that one. I need an annual screening of that TV series, and this is the perfect opportunity. I will probably get to a few others as well if I take a little break from my reading, so we shall see. And number 7 is to watch a modern screen adaptation of a Jane Austen book, and my guilty pleasure is Austenland. It is strangely one of my favorite movies. It is not even remotely faithful to Jane Austen's works, but I love it anyway. I can't explain why I love it so much. I just do, and not everyone loves it as much as me. But I will probably be watching that. And I love Clueless a lot. Clueless is a loose adaptation of Emma, and I pretty much watch it every year. So why not for Jane Austen July? So that is what I am reading for Jane Austen July. Those are the challenges. You guys should really check out the Goodreads group that Katie and I have created. And in terms of video ideas and things to expect, I was thinking this year I would post a video highlighting some of the other booktubers who've been talking about Jane Austen on their channels this past year. So I've been keeping a little collection of those, and I can't wait to share them with you. There also may be a tag video in the future, Jane Austen related, of course. And I was thinking of doing a video about Jane Austen pairings to some more contemporary books. Not all very contemporary, but certainly after her time period. And Katie and I would like to have a live show if we can manage to work out the technology. Are there other videos that you would like to see from me? Please do let me know in the comments down below. And I would love to see what you guys are reading for Jane Austen July. Please feel free to make your own TBRs and share them with us. We are very excited to be hosting Jane Austen July again this year, and I look forward to seeing you in another Jane Austen related video soon. Bye!